What's up, guys? Welcome to another Talking Bull podcast where we bring you the nerdy news you need to know as well as talk some bull. I'm Anthony. This is Nick. Again, I'd like to thank everyone who continues to watch our videos and subscribe. We're slowly going up a little bit in numbers. I'd like to thank everyone who jumps into the live streams. I streamed for 3 hours the other day, and you guys apparently watched some of that, so either get a life or get a hobby. But thank you. And now we'll jump right into some news, because that is what we do here. Other people do all the jobs, and we just report on it. Really is quite convenient. So I think the big thing we'll start with this week, we watched Jersey Shore. Because that's where I'm going with. So on the success of Jersey Shore, they announced like 4 shows to like kind of build a block around it. And basically like, and they announced another season of Jersey Shore. Yeah. Which is just fucking awesome. Because watching these train wrecks is just fantastic.
Captivating.
Yeah, like we watched, 4 episodes that were out? Oh my god, it's so great.
And I just wish I had the other 8 to watch right away. Like,
yeah.
I could watch that in a day.
Honestly, I could just keep watching it. It's so good. And so they have like some show called X's, where like all these couples are trying to meet, and then their exes kind of like interfered. It looked really, really funny. Mm-hmm. And then a couple other shows that were already being on their way to greenlit, and it's just basically other Jersey Shore type shows, except like in the cities or other shit like that. So kind of like Real World, a little bit like that. Yeah. But they're chugging along with it now. Mm-hmm. So, oh god, that show's so good. I just want to watch more. Like when we watched it, I was like, we were pumped. Yeah. It brought back watching it when we did the first time, just randomly. We happened to catch it at like the Comic-Con one year because it was like there was nothing to do at night because we couldn't do anything yet. We couldn't go out or to drink or anything. Yeah. So we were like, fuck it. We turned on the TV, and then this glorious fucking gift to mankind was on TV, and it was great. But in real actual news that happened, second Venom trailer came out, and.
Well, no, that would be the first trailer. The other was a teaser.
Was it a teaser, the first one? Okay.
That one was a teaser.
Okay. Well,
trailer.
Okay, so we got the first trailer.
Which I count as, like, they shouldn't do teaser trailers.
Oh, no. Well, what did I tell you the other day? Studios now, I'm putting you a notice. No longer doing teasers, and you're not allowed to do the first quote-unquote trailer. You just have to.
Works. This is the first trailer. But it's done at a proper time where you have footage and you have...
But, like, I'm talking about, like, Jurassic Park's first trailer was dog shit.
But that was a teaser trailer.
Yeah. No, the first trailer. There was a trailer.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. And everyone was like, oh, so all the dinosaurs die. And then we got the second trailer. It explains the plot more, and it's better. Mm-hmm. This one, same thing, basically, but it was a teaser, even though the teaser was like almost 3 minutes. Yeah. We're getting very vague to what's a teaser now and what's a trailer. Mm-hmm. But anyways, we got a trailer of some sorts. Much better.
Better.
I'm actually more in tune to want to see this movie than I was. The last time we talked about this movie, we were both like, maybe?
Well, last time we watched it, I was like a no.
Yeah.
Now I'm like a maybe.
Yeah. I'm in the camp where I want to see it now.
I'm still I just don't care.
I just want to see Venom.
I just don't care about
his anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I would never read a Venom comic.
I have. It's really good. It's like his current book where Brock is back is actually really good.
I don't care for it. He's a villain. He'll always be a villain.
He's more of an anti-hero, actually. He's like Batman. I laugh as I say that. He's not. He's an anti. He wasn't never actually a villain. Like Carnage is a villain.
I guess, but like, the lines are very blurred. I don't count him as like Punisher is an anti-hero.
Punisher's just an asshole.
But Venom, I'm like, I don't see him being anything with a hero in it.
Yeah.
Like, you're just trying to market it up like that. You know, even with the comics when they made him a hero.
He was the lethal protector.
Yeah. He just wanted to be
I kind of wish they would put that tagline on the movie.
I'm just not interested in it.
Yeah.
Like, the trailer was better, but I'm still like, I just don't care. And like the fact that it's being done without Spidey,
I'm a little.
It really bothers. Like, it takes that part of his origin out of it, and I'm like, I really don't care.
His whole shtick for the longest time is that he is like the anti-SpiderMan, right?
Yeah, and I'm like,
like
you're just trying to make again like we talked about with Fox and all this stuff. You're making movies to just do whatever.
I have news on that. It's really weird what they did. We'll get to it in a minute because I just want to keep talking about Venom because
the trailer was better.
Yeah,
he looks cool when you see him at the end. But there's just like questions, like for instance, do you think he has the white spider on his chest? And if so, why would he have a spider on his chest?
Well,
because he mimics that after being first induced with Parker.
Parker, yeah, because he puts on the black thin suit, and then when he becomes Venom, he's big. Yeah,
symbiote.
Yeah.
By the way.
Oh my God, this is my biggest beef now with this movie. Not tell me. Yeah.
That from his time with Parker. So now he moves up. He's going straight to Brock.
Yeah.
Does he have a white spider on his chest? I'm gonna say no.
Maybe he just hangs out with like Tom Harlan for like 30 seconds just to get like the imprint. Because like I don't fucking know. He's not gonna fucking have it. There's no justification to make him have it. Yeah.
White spider, but I mean the white spider is kind of cool.
Plus, it's on him at all times. It's fucking iconic. Like you see Venom. He's got his tongue out. Yeah. I don't know, and I don't know how
you
he's.
Don't see it in the trailer.
Yeah.
Specifically only show his face.
Unless like they build up that he has a hatred for Spider-Man in some way, like Eddie does. No, Eddie does. Eddie has a hatred for Spider-Man.
Spider-Man doesn't exist.
We don't know that. Maybe he does. Maybe he mentions it a few times about Spider or the Spider, something legally that they can get around because I don't know if what they can do with Spider. But if they get around that and be like Brock hates him, maybe he wears it as like a fuck you to Spider-Man.
Maybe.
That's the only way I could think of, and that's thin as fuck. But then again, I'm not a writer, and maybe they have better ability to do it. But as long as they didn't hire anyone from the CW, then I think we're okay. But good trailer. We saw Venom. We saw him using his tentacle thing. I don't know. The symbiote shit. It was cool. Hearing him talk to himself was cool.
Like the voice
and the we thing, they nailed the we thing. Brock and Venom are we. They're not one. They're two things. Yeah. They're symbiotes. I don't know why that chick can't say symbiote.
Yeah.
I don't get it. And I'm like, maybe I misheard her. I'll watch it again later. But no, 10 seconds later, she says symbiote. And I'm like, that's not a breakfast cereal. It's not brought to you by General Mills. It's a symbiote. Like, I don't understand that. But he looks cool. The effect looks awesome. Even the tentacles look really good.
Yeah, those look cool. I like the
his weird accent seems to be gone as Brock, which like that was one of our big things before. Is he sounds terrible. Both sound really good. I'm glad they got him to do the other voice. And like it was confirmed that it is. Tom Hardy is Venom in the new trailer. So it is him. It's just a different voice, which I think makes sense. If your inner voice is this other guy, you think your inner voice would be him.
Still be you,
yeah, my inner voice is. I screwed this joke up because I can't think of the guy's name now. Yeah.
It was
the narrator guy. The guy who narrates everything. Morgan Freeman. My inner voice is Morgan Freeman. It's like, Anthony got out of bed today. He doesn't know why, but he just had to. Anyways, I screwed up my own joke, so let's just move on. Yeah, so speaking of weird things in movies, did you see about... I saw this article pop up yesterday, and it was about X-Men Dark Phoenix. Now apparently just being Dark Phoenix.
Yeah, they took the name. New Mutants.
It's just the New Mutants now? At least, like... Okay, just go with me on this. New Mutants is kind of a property people know in terms of like us and comic book people. You mentioned the New Mutants, we're kind of like vaguely a little bit. We're like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Dark Phoenix is such a fucking just vague title for a movie that no one wants to see now. That is
the storyline.
Yeah, it's a storyline and it's a subtitle, right? Yeah. It's not a good one for a movie of your last X-Men movie that you're trying to like just pump out.
They're just gonna release this. And whatever few dollars they can get.
$6. Yeah.
Like,
and at the end, the X in the circle is the X-Men logo, and I don't understand. Yeah. I saw the picture. Someone put it up, and it's just like it says Phoenix, and then at the end is the X. Yeah. This is the article because they were like, really? Because this was the little trailer thing that they showed because it's all from CinemaCon. Mm-hmm. But then on the way out, they were handed this piece of paper that. And
it just says the New Mutants.
Yeah.
There's no X-Men.
It's really weird. I would just keep the X-Men on the front, but maybe they're just like, it's so bad, let's just call it Dark Phoenix and no one will see it anyways, and we can't ruin the X-Men already more than we already did. I'm sticking with, I guess, CinemaCon. We'll just stay on this for. They showed off the Terminator logo, which I thought looked really cool. It just looks kind of like the T2 logo, just a little bit modernized, and then with Linda Carter in the background. Mm-hmm. We got a little bit of update on Dumbo. They showed off the logo as well as the first image of Dumbo.
I've seen that. Okay, whatever.
Dumbo looks a little bit iffy, but I guess it's just it is just a concept of what he would a mock-up, right? It doesn't come out till next March. Yeah, just over a year. Yeah, so I'm like, okay, that's cool, fine. Yeah, exactly.
He has big ears. Looks like an elephant.
Yeah, I just his eyes.
Of Winnie the Pooh, the other characters.
No, I haven't seen any of this yet.
Yeah, it was on. Where did I see it?
Okay, so while he's looking at that, I'll mention that. Wonder Woman 2, director Patty Jenkins has confirmed that Wonder Woman is set in the 1980s. So that's cool. Into the Spider-Verse. You got a little bit of a plot synopsis, a little bit of that. So what happens is Peter Parker is in a battle with the Green Goblin, and he dies. And Miles, watching this, is like, okay, cool. And he takes over the mantle as Spider-Man. And then, spoilers, Spider-Man's not dead, apparently, and he's just fat and out of shape and somehow alive. And he starts training Miles.
So Peter's in this, and he's just the old crazy man that's out of shape.
Which is weird. The old man Logan'd him. I thought, from what we seem to have been told...
Is this in the 616 or the Ultimate?
I have no clue, because originally we were told that this Parker is not Parker from that reality, it's a different Parker.
I have no idea.
Because this is called Into the Spider-Verse, which deals with the multiverse of Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. So who the fuck knows? This could be just this was at a CinemaCon for press people, I would assume, right?
It's just with theaters.
So they probably didn't want to confuse the fuck out of people. Because apparently that's what the thing does. But there was another villain in here, I thought, too. Oh, right, yeah, and Spider-Man in the thing is wearing his classic suit. Yeah. That was another big thing that they mentioned. Prowler and Kingpin are also in this movie at some point. So I thought that was pretty cool. Venom just looks so cool. You can watch all the trailers online, because I'm not posting them, because we will get flagged, and then I will have to recut this video, and I don't want to do that. We got an official title for Goosebumps 2. It's called Goosebumps Haunted Halloween.
Does it mention if Jack Black is back?
Slappy's back.
No.
No.
I was uncertain if Jack Black will return as R.L. Stein.
Yeah.
Even though Slappy's voice does...
Sounds different than the Avery Jones. And Avery Jones, I know that name from something. And then, that's October 12th. An update on Hotel Transylvania 3 Summer Vacation. The monsters are going on vacation on a monster cruise in the Bermuda Triangle. And, and a franchise that kind of exists and seems to do all right, yet no one mentions whenever they mention movies.
Have you watched them?
Yeah, I like them. I like them, yeah. It's just...
They're funny.
It's weird, because they're like, this is 3, but you kind of have to remember there's another 2. Mm-hmm. But good for them. There wasn't any more new footage. They just showed Selena Gomez and stuff doing something. And then there was a bunch of other movies I do not care about. And some Aquaman stuff. You read the Aquaman stuff, so you take it away.
Yeah. They just showed off footage. It wasn't a trailer. It was... and even though they didn't go and bring a finished teaser with them, James Wan did show Aquaman footage with scenes that contained unfinished visual effects, but everything seemed to go very well from what was shown.
So it's the reverse Green Lantern effect.
Yeah, you saw the first glimpse of Black Manta and Ocean Master, and it was just, you saw a bit of Mira, I guess, like talking to Aquaman, like telling him that she needs his help, and then all this stuff like that, and then Ocean Master promises to bring the Wrath of the Seven Seas to the land in a battle, like he's going after the throne and all this stuff. It looks pretty cool. It seems very reminiscent of Aquaman 52, like the first run.
Yeah.
Which was what it was built on, which was him coming back to get the throne from his brother, right?
Yeah.
So, it's cool. I mean, see a trailer when I see a trailer. I'll see the movie if I see the fucking movie. At this point, I couldn't give a shit about it.
Of like, anything DC does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just, like, not invested anymore.
This is to the point where it's like little tidbits of everything about Aquaman. It's like, just fucking show us already. Just
show us anything. Just have me not watch the movie in December because I probably won't even go and see it. He's
very disenfranchised with DC people. Update to SpiderMan that I forgot. Because, we're us. Jake Johnson is going to be Peter Parker in the Into the Spider-Verse movie. It's someone older than Tom Holland voicing him, obviously, because they needed an older sounding Peter Parker. Originally, it was rumored and quickly debunked that John Krasinski was going to be voicing Peter. But they're like, nah, it's this guy. It came from Phil Lord, the executive producer as well, as the person who wrote the script. And this movie comes out December 14th, 2018, and it will be going out against Aquaman, so good luck with that.
Here's the pictures.
Okay, cool. I'm digging it.
And obviously they become like animated.
Yeah.
Right? When they move and shit.
Okay, so, I'm liking them.
I'm showing them the pictures of.
I'll throw them up here.
What is it? Winnie the Pooh, Christopher Robin. They released the pictures of who is it? Piglet, Eeyore, Tigger, and Pooh. They're sitting in like,
chilling on a beach.
And
is that a copyright logo on there?
It was written that as far as how people will perceive the toys, director Mark Foster has shed some light on that in a new interview. They perceive the toys as stuffed animals, he explained. It's not that they're invisible. So, like, he's just holding a bear. Like, no one else is
it's like Toy Story, kind of, but, like,
different. Even if he's talking to him right now, it's more of that internal, like, we've talked about, where, like, he's the overworked adult who doesn't remember how to have fun and all this shit like that, right? So, he's just going to be talking to himself.
Cool. I just, I didn't even know that article dropped, but awesome.
Right? So he'll just be holding this teddy bear, but talking to him as he's walking down the street.
Yeah.
But no one else will see the bear talking. It's just.
So I'm not putting these up because as of right now, it seems to be exclusive to entertainment here. I don't want to get flagged for shit. So if you want to go check them out, just look them up. I'm sure they're there. I put them up, but I don't like that big exclusive logo on the fucking front of the screen. I'm not really sure how that works with pictures and stuff. Because I know audio and stuff gets flagged, but I don't know. We've been flagged for bullshit before, so.
Deadpool has been the sequel is currently tracking to break in at least 150 million.
Yeah, I saw that.
Over the course of its 3-day release, which is on May 18th. So
I hate that. Pisses me off because it isn't. They call it the XMen spinoff. I've seen that in a few write-ups.
X-Men spinoff.
And I'm like, it isn't? Not even close.
But again, it's the idea that this brings forth that.
Yeah.
And when we're bitching about New Mutants and Dark Phoenix not having it.
Yeah.
At least it doesn't say X-Men's Deadpool, but in this little article, it's just like X-Men.
X-Men Origins Deadpool.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself.
The movie is entitled that, but.
Remember when we were supposed to get a whole bunch of those? The origin ones.
Oh yeah.
And then Wolverine just like shitstormed and they canceled all of them immediately.
The Magneto one, which I hear part of Magneto ended up in First Class.
Yeah. Well, like we've seen most of Origin for Magneto anyway, so like at that point it was just moot to have a fucking whole movie dedicated to him.
Mm-hmm.
Like.
What is this?
What article's that?
Oh, Star Trek.
Oh, okay.
With movies.
Yeah.
Star Trek 4 has found a director in British filmmaker S.J. Clarkson. She has directed episodes of Jessica Jones, The Defenders, and Dexter. It is currently rumored that Star Trek 4 will bring back Chris Hemsworth as Jim's dad.
Yep.
Or Kirk's dad.
Yeah, George Kirk.
Yeah. Apparently the story will revolve around the iconic captain of the Enterprise, Chris Pine, running into his father in a time travel ploy. So that way they can bring back Hemsworth, who at the point of Star Trek 1 when it came out was pre-Thor, so he was just a nobody in a walk-on role, right?
Yeah.
Now they're like, fuck, like we gotta figure out how to
use him,
in this movie, right? So they're gonna do some weird time travel thing. Zachary Quinto will also reprise his role as Spock, but there's no word on the rest of the cast and crew just yet. The script for
really dark joke just popped into my head. I'm like, well, we know one guy who won't be back.
Jesus Christ.
In case you didn't know, I'm a horrible person, but that was just like way too much for me to not laugh at that. On top of that, they also announced, while talking to Paramount CEO Jim Giannopoulos, why not, at the CinemaCon, they're also working on several new Star Trek movies on top of that. 2 are in the works right now. One would be that one, as well as a separate script. There's the other one, I believe, just let me read this real quickly to make sure it's not the same one. They're also working on another one that's from Abrams as well as Quentin Tarantino. So that one is...
Yeah, but that's different from this one.
That is different from that one, and it's going through Abrams and it has to be approved by Paramount at this point. So as of right now, there are 2 separate Star Trek scripts in development, as well as allegedly 2 other ones. They're kind of just spitballing. Mm-hmm. So we are getting more Trek at this point, which Trek... as of right now, is doing pretty well. The last movies did okay.
First 2 I seen in theater.
First 2, yeah.
Last one I seen it like a year after it came out.
Yeah, I did the same thing. And Discovery right now is doing really well on television for CBS. So they're hoping to get more Trek out, which is good for them. The comic is also, because of the... I read this the other day. Because the Kelvin universe, they call it, which is the Pine one. There's nothing going on for them right now, so they're ending the current comic series because they don't want to like do a story that either jumps ahead of what they're doing or so because you know how fans are, like they don't want to just write a story and that immediately gets shit canned because it the movie supersedes it. Mm-hmm. So they're like, we'll stop this, and then they're going to start working on I believe the original series crew. To tie in more with what's going on with Discovery. So they're able to work those stories in as well. Just, keep everything honky-dory. And more movie stuff, we also had a bunch of movies released that I don't care about. There's a new Will Ferrell movie that sounded pretty cool.
What was it?
It's called Holmes and Watson.
Oh, I've heard of it, yeah.
It's supposed to be just a comedy, and he's going to team up with Bob C. Riley, or John C. Riley, so I don't know what the plot is.
It's I think it's a spin-off Sherlock, Holmes and Watson, right?
I assumed it was, but I didn't see anything on there, but it sounded... It's coming out at Christmas, apparently, so it's a quick buck comedy thing, so I thought that was cool. I like those 2 in Talladega. If they can tone down the Talladega-ness, that would be great. We also had... Disney reveal its entire upcoming schedule because that's what they do. So their upcoming schedule, starting with what they have already out Friday, is Infinity War, then Solo, A Star Wars Story, Incredibles 2, then it's Ant-Man and the Wasp, Christopher Robin, The Nutcracker and the Four Realms, Ralph Breaks the Internet, Mary Poppins Returns, Captain Marvel, Dumbo, Penguins, Avengers, the untitled 4th Avengers movie, Aladdin, Toy Story 4, The Lion King, Artemis Fowl, Frozen 2, and Star Wars Episode 9. Do you see a pattern in this? They are all just fucking sequels, live-action remakes, or Marvel movies. Disney knows what they're moving, except for this.
Artemis Fowl?
I don't know what that is.
Artemis Fowl. Let's ask Google.
Let's do a quick Google search. Also, I want to look up penguins. Artemis Fowl is a series of 8 science fiction fantasy novels written by some Irish dude featuring the criminal mastermind Artemis Fowl.
So they're just trying to kickstart a new...
They are going to the teen demographic thing.
Yeah, I'm looking at the books.
Yeah, they're very high received and they generate high sales. There's 8 books, so you know we'll get 8 movies out of this thing. Okay.
No interest in
What does he do? A teenage genius, Artemis captures Holly Slot, who is a fairy and the captain of the Lower Elements Police Recon in the first book, and holds her for ransom/gold to exploit the magical fairy people and restore his family's fortune. Spoilers. In the sequel, Artemis Fowl, the Arctic incident, he allies with the fairies, so I guess they're cool now, to rescue his father from the Russian mafia. This series introduces Artemis as an anti-hero and the fairies' enemy, but as the series progresses, he assists the fairies in resolving conflicts with worldwide ramifications. With Artemis' character evolving and changing through the chronologically, the stories conclude with Artemis Fowl, the Last Guardian. Oh, so he takes on Zelda. Okay, this movie sounds god-awful, and I will not be watching them.
I think Penguins is a documentary.
Oh, okay. That's weird that it's in their big slate.
Maybe. No.
Oh, in case you were wondering, when you Google Penguins, it gives you the score for yesterday's hockey game. Thunder. The Thunder. So in case you want to know the score of the Pittsburgh game yesterday, it was 3-2 Pittsburgh.
Yeah, here's the first official trailer for Disney's Nature's new documentary, Penguins, direct from, it's on YouTube or whatever.
Okay, so yeah, it's a,
documentary.
Yeah, look when I search Penguins, the Pittsburgh Penguins come up.
I put in Penguins movie 2019.
See, that was smarter. I just wanted to see what the score of the hockey game was. You know what's a sad day? The Leafs lost, so I'm angry.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
I'm just like, any day that they don't win is a good day for me.
Yeah, well, what were your Wings doing?
No, but as a Wings fan, I can't have Toronto win.
No.
I can't.
Dude, we talked about this movie a while ago, right? Nutcracker? This movie's got a fucking bomb. Who's in it? Mackenzie Fall, Keira Knightley, Helen Mirren, and Morgan Freeman. Hey, he does my voices.
I hear him every morning.
Yeah. Why is my inner voice talking to you? Who is this person? Oh, she was the kid who played the baby in Breaking Dawn. And she was in Interstellar. Oh, so she was in one horrible fucking movie and one good one. Oh, she was in The Little Prince. You ever heard of that movie? How it had like this weird rights issue where like it was supposed to come out and then it didn't. It's one based off the little kid who's on that like moon and like they're narrating the story or whatever. I think it's based off that French book, The Petit Prince or whatever. All right, yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, that's it with the little fox thing. All right, I'm just talking out my ass. I know what it was, but okay. So going down this list, want to see it? I don't care. I want to see it. I want to see it. I want to see it. I could not care. I want to see it. This is interesting. The Mary Poppins Returns.
I'll watch it.
Because like the first one's a classic, and like it's really good. Like even if you watch it now, it's still really good. So just, yeah, Captain Marvel. I'm intrigued. Not enough to like want to see it, but I'm intrigued what they do. Dumbo's the same thing. I want to see it. It looks interesting. Penguins, I will probably never watch. This Avengers movie I might see. I don't know. Aladdin, I'm intrigued about that. Toy Story 4. The Lion King, I definitely want to see because I want to see that live-action Lion King movie. I want to see how that works. Still got to watch The Jungle Book. Artemis Fowl can go fuck itself. Frozen 2, same thing. They need to let it go. And Episode 9, I will see. But I don't think the rest of the internet will because they hated Episode 8 too much. I was talking to someone about it today, and it was like the one thing you read online where it's like Episode 7 was like basically episode 4. It was too much of the same thing, and nobody liked it because they wanted a different story. And then they gave them a different story, and they're like, "Oh, it's too different. We don't like it." It's like, what the fuck do you want then? It's like, fuck off. They're like, "Oh, it ruined my childhood." No, it didn't. It's a good movie. You know, it's not a good movie. Frozen. There, I said it. It's a fucking terrible movie. Disney's got a whole slate of terrible movies. Just look at any fucking direct-to-DVD movie they did in the fucking 90s. Fox and the Hound 2? How do you make the Fox and the Hound 2? Spoilers, he dies.
Fox eats the Hound.
Oh shit, that's dark. There was also footage leaked for Tomb Raider the game, but I haven't looked at that yet, so we'll do that next week. That's all I have for movies, so I'm going to jump right into games real quick. So we had that. We had Jurassic World announcing that Bryce Dallas Howard and B.D. Wong are going to be in the game. So it looks like they are building towards a story, at least somewhat, in this game, or at least having characters in it. So that's cool. This is hilarious. Remember we talked about this. The kid that was getting sued by thing. They are not backing down, like, at all. They're like, no, we're going forward with this.
What did he do again? Do you know what he did?
He was not only caught cheating, but seemed to be bragging about the fact on video. The problem is the kid is a minor. Yeah, he was the one who he made all those cheats, and he was bragging about cheating online.
Yes.
And then Epic was like, "We're gonna sue you," and the mom was like, "It's just a kid," blah blah blah, and Epic was like, "Fuck you."
Yeah. We're gonna take that kid for every dollar he'll make for the rest of his fucking life.
Yeah, basically. The court declined to apply the defense at the summary judgment, which was basically like it was a minor, so he shouldn't be held accountable, and held that a valid contract exists between minors and the software company, a result of the student affirmation agreement to the user agreement, Epic wrote. The court found that infancy defense failed because a minor may not use the infancy defense to void their contract obligations while retaining the benefits of the contract.
Yeah, so you can use that, but you gotta stop playing the game. But you can't use it to keep playing the game.
Okay, so go with it. You use it and be like, "Oh, I'm a minor, blah, blah, blah. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have cheated. I'm sorry," right? This motherfucker was like, "I'm cheating. Look at me.
Yeah.
I'm cheating and I'm getting away with it." And they were like, "No, you're not. You're going. We're going to sue you." Mm-hmm. Good. We said this a long time ago, too. You cheat, you get caught. You cheat and brag about it, you get caught. Go fuck yourself. Yeah. Like, I'm sorry. You did it. You knew you did it. You get caught. Mm-hmm. Like... It's just the way it is. Don't fucking cheat in a game. It's not that goddamn hard. If you're not that good, play a different game. Or do what he does and chuck a controller across the room and knock all my shit over. Spider-Man, the Iron Spider suits, as well as the homemade spider suit, have been revealed for Spider-Man. Yeah.
Do they show the homemade one?
Yeah, just briefly on the screen, it is the one you're thinking of. Go full screen here. So he swings up here and he's like, "Oh, I need a suit change," and then he kind of just and then you can see him while he's changing it. It changes, and then he just takes off. I'm hoping.
Okay, where are you? You've seen pictures? I know you
don't
want to go too far into Infinity War.
No, I do not.
But you've seen pictures of
the Iron Suit.
The Iron Suit.
Yeah, I'm not.
You've seen pictures of Tony in his Iron Suit.
Yeah.
So I'm going to show you something. Like, I want to pull up one that I seen somewhere the other day. It'll take me a minute.
I got that fucking Thunder song stuck in my head now.
Because
I made this stupid joke earlier.
It just... Oh, fuck, where did it go? I don't want to click on the wrong article.
Yeah, I don't want to see spoilers.
There's one where, like, they were like, "Oh, here's a bunch of pictures."
Oh, was it the like high res non spoiler issue ones that came up on the main site? Yeah, I saw that come up. Yeah, it said high res pictures of Infinity War, no spoilers. Yeah, I saw that too. Nope, that says spoilers. Nope, that says spoilers. I don't know if it doesn't seem to be there anymore. Spoilers. I've actually tried to avoid this site.
Yeah.
Because they're
spoiler free right here.
Because they're really bad with putting the spoiler in the fucking headline.
It's a picture that we've already seen.
Yeah.
Let me take a second.
I'm glad they give you that option. This movie looks fantastic, by the way. He does have repulsors on it.
Fuck.
On his spider suit, which I'm not okay with. But
That wasn't it. But it was like near here.
oh, did you watch the Brady Bunch thing?
No, I saw that and I was like, what is this fucking Brady Bunch?
It was them singing
this
about the Marvel Bunch, but them being the Avengers. It was pretty cool.
It's this one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you find that it looks that his head's a little floating there?
Yeah. Actually,
Like-
that is a really bad CGI.
And like I've noticed it in the trailers too. His suit this time, we're talking about Tony Stark's Iron Man suit.
Because it's the
very-
bleeding edge suit.
Yeah, it's very like I want to say like it almost looks like it's like smoothed out.
It's
And-
supposed to be because it technically the bleeding
more
edge thing comes
real
out of
tight.
him. Yeah.
More like skin tight leotard as opposed to like a mechanical suit on his
That's
body, right?
what the newer
So-
Iron Man suits are supposed to be like, but
So you get it where like I could see that it's supposed to be tighter to him. I'm getting
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Same with in the background is Tom Holland standing
Yeah.
in his Iron Man suit, but both of them aren't wearing masks, so that it looks like their head is just floating. On
yeah,
their
it
bodies,
doesn't
right?
look
Like,
good in this
It
truck.
doesn't really look good.
Yeah.
I noticed it in I noticed it in all the trailers we've seen of the movie.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't like that smooth finished look to the Iron suit, and I'm not a big fan of the Spider suit for the same reason, and the same reason even in Homecoming, because the suit just looked a little too finished in the sense like it was too CGI'd
Yeah.
to his body, where it created like I don't know, it just was odd. Even like the Spider-Man suit, and then even in these trailers for the Infinity War, it just looks a little off-putting. But I've noticed this like every time we see a shot of Stark in the suit with his head or face visible,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, it just looks a little weird.
Didn't we see this already?
Yeah, that stuff is old. It's in that fucking movie like that came out 2 years ago. So I
Yep.
don't know why this is coming up here. I wasn't even going to talk about it, but
It's weird. I'm just talking about they showed off new exclusive footage of the Superman suit from the canceled Tim Burton Superman project, but we've already seen that movie and they already show it, so I don't understand what the fuck the point of this is.
yeah, you've seen even this exclusive footage of him in that light up suit and stuff is in that documentary that was made.
Yeah.
And like I've seen it for years. Like I don't know why it came up today as like new exclusive look at the suit or whatever. Like I don't know. Are you moving on? Do you got more games?
Yeah, I'm just reading news now because thing. Brock Lesnar won the fucking stupid greatest Rumble chant thing because wrestling is stupid and they don't want to be different. Okay, game stuff. I wanted to talk about Nintendo stuff because there was two things I want your opinion. Actually, there's one thing I want your opinion on, but I'll do it when I get to the numbers in a second. So they gave the numbers for the Switch itself, which right now, as of this article, was at 17.979 million units, 4 more than the Wii U has sold in its lifetime. Nintendo originally said that they wanted 5 million sold. Analysts put them at 16. Reality is they're closer to 18 million at this point. So that's fucking crazy. It's killing it, that's really good for a Nintendo console at this point. Mario, best-selling game at 10.41 million copies, which is about 58% of the people on the Switch. It said that it's worth noting that the sales likely come with the bundle, but the bundle, like, it was hard to get, so I could see it not being that much of a factor.
Okay.
So most people already own this game. And then this kind of falls into what I want to ask you about. It's Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has sold 9.22 million copy, outselling its Wii counterpart by at least 1 mil.
Okay.
It came out in May of 2014, and Deluxe has been out for less than a half a year. So just remember that.
1 second. Mario Kart 8
8.
came out in
Del-
2014.
Yeah, Deluxe is for the Switch version.
The Switch has been out that long?
No.
Wait.
Mario Kart 8 for the Wii U came out in 2014.
Oh, okay.
The 8 Deluxe came out less than a year ago for the Switch.
Yeah.
So just remember that.
Okay.
Zelda has done 8.48 million on the Switch. More than too many words. More than 1 million of the Wii U version, and it's now the best-selling Zelda.
Comparing their numbers to the old games from 4 years ago with the Wii U, like, just tell me what the Switch.
This released simultaneously. Yeah. Zelda on both consoles, so that's why they're comparing stuff. Okay. This they're comparing because it's a deluxe version, so they want to be like, hey, it sold this many on this console, but look how many it sold again for. And then Kirby, a game that did not do well, has sold 1.6 million copies. And then Splatoon did 6 million copies. So they announced a bunch of ports with a little bit of updates. And I was watching Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, a Wii U game that came out 4 years ago. And it's coming out, and it's a little bit updated, and it's got a new mode in it. And I think some other DLC maybe. And they're charging $60. And I was reading in the comments on YouTube because I was curious. I don't know why I decided to look at a random trailer's comments. I just wanted to see the Donkey Kong because I'm excited for it. Because I never played it on the Wii U. There was a lot of people bitching about the price. Because they're like, this game came out 4 years ago. It's now on a console. Blah, 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 blah. I'm not paying $110 for this game. And I'm like, okay, valid argument. But this isn't for you. This is for me. This deluxe Mario Kart, this Tropical Freeze, this Splatoon Deluxe, and Hyrule Warriors with the updates and all the DLC coming out for the same price is for a person like me who had never bought the Wii U. So I'm fucking annoyed about all these people bitching about the price because they're like, oh, you can go get it now for Wii U for like $20, but the Switch version is $60. Mm-hmm. I'm like, that makes sense. They're not selling it to you. You already own it. They're selling it to me with all the DLC and a slight upgrade. Yeah. And they do this a lot with ports. I just wanted to see what your thought was on it. Because I'm cool with it because it is just... It's not... People are calling it double dipping. But in reality, at this point, it's not. It's giving you everything on a new console.
So I'll ask you this. What is your version of double dipping then?
Basically just releasing the game bare bones without anything in it and charging $60 4 years after.
So if it was the same game, just let's say they upgrade it so it runs on the port, but you don't get all this random bullshit of like, oh, we'll add in all these character costumes or whatever.
Yeah.
Shit like that. You get none of that. You'd still be okay with paying the $7 for the game?
No.
But because you could change the color of his shorts, you're like, oh, that validates.
But they give you all the DLC, like all the extra characters, blah blah blah, all that shit.
Change the characters, extra characters.
Yeah. Because at this point, you're paying $60 for the season pass and the game that would have cost you the $100. Now you're just getting it for $60 on a console, and you've never played it before.
No. But. Yeah, I understand that like you're buying it as the first time.
But these people are bitching because they've already bought it. It's like, then go play it on your Wii U, is my point.
I guess. If you're getting, I guess it would just, I would look at what I'm getting.
Yeah.
Like I said, okay, you're getting like the season pass and the game for $60.
Yeah.
That's a good deal.
Yeah.
If a game came out, like SpiderMan, let's say, that comes out, the new one. If you could get the season pass and the game for $60, I was like, that's fucking great. That's a good game. But I guess I would look at what is that? What's in the season pass?
Yeah.
What am I paying for?
Or had you already bought in the game, right?
But no, had I already bought in the game?
If you buy it for
that season pass, because let's say I want to play it on the new thing, right?
Yeah.
Like you own games on all platforms. So
but I didn't pay full price for any of them. I bought them when they're on sale.
Yeah, but if you could have bought in that new game on the new thing, but getting all the free stuff, all the extra stuff.
100%.
Yeah. So.
Like I bought the Arkham, the cost benefit, right?
Yeah. What are the season pass? What's that season pass giving you?
Yeah.
Season pass giving me nothing.
Yeah. Well, basically, Donkey Kong's giving you dog shit.
Okay.
But I've never played Donkey Kong, so I'm cool with that. I've never played it, so I'm getting the base game for $60. I don't care that it was out 4 years ago on another console. I didn't own that console. I never played that console. I never touched Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. Had I played the game, and they're like...
But I could see the argument of double dipping for this, because why not just do a new Donkey Kong? Why release the same one from 4 years ago?
It's cheaper.
So that
plus, also you could do it and then be working on another game, right?
I suppose.
But at that point, if you were, you would drop out. You would put it out for a cheaper price, right?
Yeah.
This pretty much is like, we're working on it maybe, but here's a game you never played. Plus, you look at the fucking numbers for the Wii U, like, it just proves, like, no one fucking owned one, and more people own a goddamn Switch. So the cost benefit of this actually works out to wanting to buy this.
Yeah.
Like, they're like, hey, we can charge this because no one fucking bought this game.
Well, people bought it. Some of them are only off by like $1 million.
The bigger games, yes, but I'm sure Donkey Kong's numbers are probably lower. We don't have any because I didn't bother to look, but it's a Donkey Kong game on a Wii U. I'm sure it didn't do well. Mm-hmm. But like your tentpole franchises, obviously, like your Mario Kart, your Marios, are all going to sell well based off of your install base, right? The more install base you have, the more people buy this game. Mm-hmm. Like God of War right now is the top selling PlayStation game, which makes fucking sense because it is. But last month's top selling game was Far Cry, and it's on both consoles. Mm-hmm. So I just wanted to know your thoughts on like the Far Cry.
Yeah.
No, not yet. It's on my list. I'm working through my backlog right now. Once I think I'm almost done. See, the problem was I was gonna get God of War, and then I'm like, fuck Far Cry. But I'm like, Far Cry takes forever, and I already have a shit ton of open world games where I can beat God of War in like the 15 hours it takes and be done. Because it's mostly linear. But then I'm like, Donkey Kong comes out May 4th. So I'm like, fuck, I don't want to get all three right now because my backlog is massive as it is. But like right now, it works out because I delegate things to streaming games and it works. Like I finished, I did a good chunk of Monster Hunter because I was just streaming it. That was it. Mm-hmm. So when you sit there for 6 hours and just play that game, I can still play. Like I finished Halo 4. I'm almost done Halo 5. And then, which were free because I used the Game Pass trial. Mm-hmm. And then I'm working on Origins as well as some other open world game. I don't remember what it is. But like I'm just playing through that quickly. And then I've delegated the Jack and Daxter collection to streaming, which I finished one game already, and I finished 25% of Jack's 2 because they told me the number. That is a game where I just love that game. I've triple dipped on that game. I bought the original games. I bought the PSP or PS Vita versions that also work on the PS3, and then I bought them for the PS4. So I'm not one of those people. Like, if you can get it when they're cheap, why not do it?
If they're cheap.
Like,
but this isn't cheap.
No, this isn't cheap. No. That's I bought. My primary example was GTA 5. Mm-hmm. I bought GTA 5 bare bones both consoles. I bought it for the 3 when it first came out because we wanted to play it, and then when it was finally released for the 4, I picked it up for half price, which I'm like, fine, I guess. And then like, see what Nintendo was doing, or not Nintendo, what Sony did for a few games was like, if you own the PS3 version and paid like $5 or $10, you got the version as long as you had the disc. Mm-hmm. I wish more games did that because at some point they will get ported over. Mm-hmm. I understand when you do a port and it has like updated stuff, which is more of a remastered, I guess. Yeah. And it has a remastered and has updated graphics and adds something. Mm-hmm. I can understand charging for it. Yeah. But I don't know. Just stupid. There was most of the people in the comment thread were bitching about price. I'm like, this game isn't meant for you. You want to go play it? You go play it. You own it. And if you don't own it, it's $20. Stop bitching and go buy it. Mm-hmm. Like, it's not my fault you bought a Wii U. You should have fucking known from looking at that thing that it was a piece of shit. It was a giant fucking brick with a giant fucking tablet. Mm-hmm. You fucked up. That's not my fault. Fucked up. And when it was announced, like, no one knew if it was a new console or not. They're like, is it just an upgrade? And it was a slight upgrade. Mm-hmm. It's like when you buy your 2017 version of a Ford Focus, and then you're just like, you know what? I want the 18. What's different? I don't know. They added a fucking cup holder. Like, there's no fucking difference. And, like, a lot of these ports are just, like, they're updates to fucking games that no one played before. Like, I bought Mario Kart. Did I play it on the Wii U? No. Did I have a blast playing it on the Switch? Yeah, I'm still playing it. I bust it out when I'm just sitting there waiting for shit. It's fucking awesome. The Switch is fucking amazing. Mm-hmm. For a console that I initially shit all over because I didn't think it would work, it fucking works. Like, I put 80 hours into Zelda, 60 into Mario, and I'm just having a blast playing Mario Kart. I get to play Donkey Kong when it comes out, Hyrule Warriors, and I didn't play that. Like, just, Nintendo games are great because they're Nintendo games. They work.
Yeah,
you never have to fucking worry about a Nintendo game not fucking working. Like, we've been in the middle of fucking... I've never had a Nintendo game crash on me, unless the console breaks, which old consoles do that. We had the 64, doesn't work right now. And it's really sad because we were playing GoldenEye. We're looking into getting a 64. You guys are going to let's play on that. I'm excited. But... I never played the Smash Brothers thing. When they announced Smash Brothers, I'm excited. Do I know if it's a port? Do I know if it's a remake? I don't care, because it's Smash. That was my rant about things. Thank you for coming along, everyone. I mean, it wasn't an ever-ending story or anything, but...
It wasn't as riveting as that.
Yeah. They announced the new Star Wars TV show. It is called Star Wars Resistance. I guess it's anime influenced. We saw like a one picture. My guess is it's going to be like Avatar looking in terms of quality. The new project will focus on Khazad-dû Zano. Yep, that's what I'm going with. A young pilot recruited by the Resistance and tasked with a top-secret mission to spy on the growing threat of the First Order. So as you can tell, this will take place before Episode 7. So that's cool. It is from the showrunner of Star Wars Rebels, David Finoli. So you know it's will be good, because Rebels was okay. It had some good stuff in it. The later seasons got a lot darker, which I haven't watched yet. But much like Rebels, it will weave in familiar faces from across the Star Wars galaxy. Disney promises that Resistance will feature the beloved droid BB-8 alongside ace pilot, colorful new characters, and appearances by fan favorites including Poe Dameron and Captain Phasma, both voiced by actors Isaac Oscar and Gwendolyn Christie, respectively. Which I think is pretty cool. Mm-hmm. I like when they get these actors to come in and do their roles, so you're like, hey, I know that person. The series will take place in a time period before the events of The Force Awakens, with a bunch of voice actors who you guys don't give a shit about. I thought there was more of a... his dad or something, it's a pilot or something, and blah, 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 a whole bunch of shit. But cool. So that was quick. Rebels just fucking ended. Mm-hmm. Disney's like, we need more shit on TV. So we're getting Resistance, which is cool. It's moving away from the past and setting itself in the future past.
The newer past.
Yeah, that made sense. Yeah. Future past, yeah. I think that's all I really had for stuff. Oh, Jack Ryan renewed for season 2 before season 1 airs. So now I can officially watch that show and be cool. Suits was renewed for season 8 without Patrick J. Adams, and the new monarch to the Queen, Meghan Markle. Markle? That was Markey.
I think it's an L.
Is it an L? Oh, yeah. From my blind vision, it looks like an I. So I'll do this. Yep, it's an L.
Netflix and Universal teamed up to produce Fast and the Furious animated series. Centers on Tony Toretto. Wait until I read this.
Oh, sorry. Hang on. Wait. Okay, go.
Tony Toretto, a teenager following in the footsteps of his cousin Dom.
Oh, go fuck yourself.
Tony
is this Dora the Explorer's cousin Diego?
Tony and his friends are recruited by a government agency to infiltrate an elite racing league, serving as a front for a nefarious crime organization bent on world domination.
I'm gonna put on my my rant hat here. Everyone ready? Why the fuck do people seem to think that race organizations are this notorious fucking group of people who are like the scum of society and have ins with like major world domination fucking people? I get this is a kid's animated show, which I'm officially calling it.
But why are they teenagers? A teenager following in his footsteps.
Because wait. I can answer this.
He just got his license.
I can answer this. Because as we know, a teenager with attitude can save the world.
He just got his license. and he's already down the track of, and then the government's gonna step in and be like, hey, you're 17, you got your license last week, we need you to infiltrate this fucking crime organization. Not that that's dangerous at all.
So, just go with me on this. Back to my Power Ranger analogy, because it's gonna work for this. Zordon, the infinite fucking leader of the people, decided to save the world from an evil villain. The best person to recruit was a teenager.
Yeah.
Same fucking philosophy. Your best plan to infiltrate. So first of all,
okay, go with me on this. As
what is this international terrorist group organization?
Speed racing everywhere.
But why are the people in charge of this group apparently employing teenagers to run their illegal street races?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
and what are they doing? Running coke in the back in a circle?
Yeah, it's just like,
Okay, and take the coke, and we're going. Oh, the cops are behind us. Oh shit, we're at the start. They caught us.
Yeah, it's just weird.
Continued in part 2. How did they get out? No one knows.
It's weird that like the government would be involved.
And it's weird because I've seen every Fast and the Furious in the movie, but I don't remember his cousin Tony.
No.
Is it like my cousin Vinny?
He'll probably be put into the next movie. There'll be a throwaway line.
Hang on, I'm still on my cousin Vinny joke.
I'm just I wasn't even going to acknowledge it. There'll probably be a throwaway line in the next movie that he has a cousin Tony.
He's not in the next movie. He's mad at The Rock. He's having a tantrum in the corner. Do you think? Okay, so 100%. Episode 8. His cousin Toretto stops by and helps him out. Helps him out of a jam. Because
like Dom does.
Oh yeah,
Dom voices a character.
Oh yeah, 100%. No, he voices Dominic Toretto.
Yeah,
he doesn't act anyone else. He's got 3 characters left.
Yeah.
Sorry, he's got 4 characters left.
Yeah, no, 100%. He's gonna be on the animated show or something.
Do you think Paul Walker's in this?
I don't think so.
You can animate fucking dude.
I don't think they're doing that.
Why not?
It's just bad taste, I think.
As bad taste as that joke? Or the joke I made earlier.
They animated his face in the end of the movie.
I just want to talk about that for a second. It just ends with him like, and Dom's like, "Dear, now I gotta hang out with The Rock, and he doesn't like me. Yep. I am Groot." Yeah, I guess, yeah, I don't know. That is the stupidest fucking news I've heard. Why, like, so it is a kid's show.
Yeah, it's a kid's show.
I'm 100% watching this.
It was weird. I seen it earlier this week.
I didn't even see that. That is fucking hysterical. Wow. That is my favorite news. I'm just going to call this podcast Introducing Tony Toretto. What are we at? Do we have time for my segment?
57. You can finish with your segment and then call it a day.
Okay, so back to the segment I called Weird Things I Found on the Internet that fit into the things we talk about on a weekly basis, and I need a smaller name because it's really long to say. That joke's just fun because it's stupid. The Japanese, because while they're working 17 hours every day, had enough time to do this. They built a transformer. It's kind of scary. So, this guy is called J Delta Ride. It is a 4-meter tall transforming vehicle that is the closest we're going to get to an actual transformer. It has the ability to walk, and while in invisible mode is apparently a steerable. Yep, that's what I'm going with. Car. You can.
Did you see it driving in this video?
No, there was just pictures of it doing this and then walking and stuff.
There's a little gif of it like opening up. And
yeah, I don't know if I can embed this. Maybe I can grab some of the pictures. Maybe we'll see. Yeah, this is his goal. It's 4 meters tall as of right now. Their goal is to have it 5 meters tall by 2020.
Take him 2 years to add a meter. Just throw something tall on the top of his head. Boom.
I'm assuming you have to I'm assuming you have to balance it out and shit. It's.
And I guess where it folds into.
Yeah, it's kind of scary.
But I like to see it. Like this GIF is fucking pissing me off because
I'm going to the article. It has the pictures of their car.
It's going from like stage 3 to 4.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I want to see 1, 2, 3, 4. Like where's the part where it's laying flat? As a car.
Maybe the YouTube video will show us more of it.
Okay, that's a car. It's 4 wheels on the ground. A man is inside it. Doors closed. Maybe not.
I don't think I think those have to be out.
Oh, that's weird.
It's transforming though.
It's lifting up. Hydraulics are moving.
Yep.
Legs are.
The guys are still in it.
The guys are still in it. Oh my God! Guys are dead. No. That would have been hilarious.
For all you audio listeners, our bad. It's transforming. Here comes its arms. Apparently, we're narrating a birth at this point.
Yeah. The arms are coming.
We have a head. It's crowding. Yep.
It's a boy.
It's an Autobot. It fully transforms with the guys in it.
Yeah.
And so it looks like what happens is the base pops up, and then it stands up, and then I believe like the hydraulics lift it, and then the head's gonna flip open, and
It's coming to an end.
Yeah, and there it goes.
There's the head.
And Voltron will save us all.
It does look a little bit like that, right?
Looks a little bit like Voltron, and then his hands pop out. Oh, and his chest goes in. Oh shit, that's cool. And now we're all dead.
Can they move him? Like, you said he can walk.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if there's a. That might be him transforming back down to the car.
Just skip through it a little bit. Jump to like midway point or something.
Yeah.
Is he going back to car?
Yeah, he's going back to car.
Okay,
that's not helpful. What's this guy? Maybe he's leaving. Oh, that was him getting into it. They're buckling up.
Safety first.
Yeah.
Avoid the worst.
I don't know if they're gonna.
No,
It's just a different angle from the transformation. I don't know if they show him walking or not. Oh, that looks like.
It's tilting right in that picture. Did you see that?
Yeah, I'm gonna. Robot mode to vehicle mode. Oh, this is just unveiling. Did he walk?
I think he can move.
Footstepping.
Yeah. I want to see like what is one foot like? What's that big thing on the left hand side?
Oh shit! Maybe he sways. I'm terrified.
It's interesting.
Yeah, it's actually really cool. You know what? I will put a link in the video, and then you can go watch it. You'll get one extra view of it. But I saw that come up on Kotaku the other day, and I'm like, that is really cool, if not fucking terrifying. Why are we helping robots build things? Like, they can walk upstairs now, and like you saw that one video a long time ago of like that thing trying to jump, and it would fall over, and we all thought it was fucking hysterical.
Yeah.
And then he jumped up, and we're like, we're all dead.
Yep.
And they like I think it's Japan. They have like robots working convenience stores and shit, and it's just like Terminator. Has anyone seen that movie? Anyways, I'd like to thank you for joining us on another rant-filled Talking Bull podcast. I'm Anthony. This is Nick. We will see you next week. Goodbye.